I would first like to focus on the sexism behind video game appearances, more specifically armor and the differences between male and female wardrobes in video games. Fighting games are a prime example of female wardrobe pandered to gain the attention of the male gaze, while also exhibiting an unrealistic body type for both genders. Men are depicted with superhuman muscles and prime physique, and women are presented with thin bodies and larger than expected breast sizes, with more than questionable revealing clothes. Video games most notably presenting this theme are games such as Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Dead or Alive, etc. Sexism in gaming is also shown in the MMO and co-op genre of games such as World of Warcraft and Monster Hunter, where the exact same armor set for both genders has surprisingly different and more revealing looks for women, as shown here. Sexism in gaming is not bound to a genre, as game developers aim to please and cater to males by putting them into the shoes of someone like Solid Snake in the game Metal Gear, a seasoned hero spanning many games, but while playing, the players are treated to Quach, another character in the game, skilled in her own regards, but is forced to go through the story in something this revealing.
Another form of sexism shown in video games comes in the theme called the damsel in distress. A theme where the main protagonist, typically male, has to save a woman from enemies or from incoming danger. This type of storytelling expresses gender inequality and sexism, as it seems to give women a limited role while putting men in a more open position. The damsel in distress trope has been prominent in many storylines in video games. Games such as Donkey Kong, Legend of Zelda, and Mario. In the series The Legend of Zelda, the main character Link has to go through many obstacles and quests in order to save a princess named Zelda from many enemies. In the majority of the hit series Mario, the main premise of those games revolves around saving Princess Peach from the main antagonist Bowser. In many of these cases, the male protagonists have to almost always save the female damsel in distress. See the similarities?
One of the other ways video games have carried sexist ideas is in the different genres. Some of these genres tend to lean more to male or female depending on what content the game might have. Like in the chart, there are a few genres that are more tailored to either male or female. For example, games that appeal to females all have certain characteristics playing into those gender stereotypes, such as a focus on familial roles or gameplay that is more short and minigame based. This is clear on this site when you can see there's a full category dedicated to games that all have relation to dress up or in a story. There are also other examples such as Cooking Mama or The Sims 4. And likewise, games marketed to males also follow the same pattern, but instead lean more towards action, shooters, or sports. And this can be seen in games such as Burnout 3 or Battlefield 3.
A different look at some examples of sexism in video games is how certain games allow and incentivize you for a specific outcome or to perform some really unnecessary acts. This idea isn't specific on any time period either, as one such example is in the much older game called Metroid, where depending on how fast you beat the game, you get different endings. Each ending decides on how much clothing the main character Samus is revealed to be wearing. Another example is the unnecessary inclusion of a cutscene from the game Metal Gear Solid, where the main character is seen staring at the body of one of the female protagonists for whatever reason. Something else that's important to note here is the game Grand Theft Auto, where prostitution is a feature and the game incentivizes you by letting you pay for a service and steal your money back by whatever means necessary. Additionally, there are multiple instances of games with conversation and dialogue options that could result in sex for your player's character, which probably shouldn't be a video game's top priority.